Would you love to have a 4-minute step lift sequence that you can do any time of the day, and it's going to help you tighten and tone and trim in your hips, thighs, lift the booty. Because it's a step lift sequence, you're going to get an increased heart rate, it's going to be cardio, and you're going to help to raise that metabolism. All that in just a 4-minute move? Well, if you're ready, I can't wait to share it with you. But before I do, I want you to make sure to go down, click the subscribe button if you haven't before, and make sure to ding the bell so you get notifications when I upload even more of these videos to help you look and feel fantastic. Did I mention I'm Renee McLaughlin? I'm a master T-Tapp trainer and a somatic movement educator. Now, this is actually one of 3 videos. What I decided to do on this was to make this one, I'm just going to teach you how to do the moves. I'm going to teach you how to do it and give you all the tips. Then once you got that, you're good with that one, I'm going to have a second video where we can do it all together for the 4 minutes, but I'm not going to have any music in that one. And I'm going to do one more where I'm going to add some music to it. That way, if you're somebody that loves the music, you can watch that one. And if you're somebody that just really can't focus on the brain, the body, and the music, you can just watch it without. How's that? All right, you ready to get started? This again is a new step lift sequence that you haven't seen before. So I'm going to show it to you first so you have a visual, and then we're going to break it down, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is put our hands low on our hips with our thumbs in the little, we call it the little tush dimple. There's a little indentation there. You're going to push down and lift. I'm going to take one leg and I'm going to say heel down, toe up. Again, I'm going to detail this out for you. And I'm going to lift. Now, one of the things I want you to notice, my toe did not go up like this, did it? My toes are straight and my hip didn't lift, did it? My hip is down. So I'm going to bring the foot back in and I'm going to take my standing leg. I'm going to lift my heel and I'm going to drop it. And I'm going to do that 4 times. You ready? So let's start. I'm going to think heel down, toe up. Take the leg out, come back. Lift, heel, drop. 2, out, lift, heel, drop. 3, out, lift, heel, drop. 4, out, lift, heel, drop. Now watch what I'm going to do. The leg that lifted, I'm going to say step, 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 and I'm going to reset, okay? And I'm going to do it again. Take it out, bring it back, heel, lift, drop. 2, and heel, lift, drop. 3, and heel, lift, drop. 4, and heel, lift, drop, step, 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 reset. That you'll start to hear in that rhythm to help your brain get connected to the move. After we do those, I'll do them maybe 3 times each side. Here's the next part. We're going to take the leg back. And we're going to have the, as you can see, the back heel. The instep is right the center of the front heel. All right. And we're going to do a similar thing. So you're going to go straight back, come back, lift the heel and drop it. Back and lift, heel, drop. 3, and lift, heel, drop. 4, and lift, heel, drop. That back leg goes step, 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 and we reset. And we do it to the back. So now that you've kind of got a little bit of a sense of what we're doing, let's detail out it, and we're going to give you a little bit of form tip. How's that? So first thing has to do with the arms. And what you really want to do is you're pushing in. Don't be up here at the waist, okay? It won't work. It's not the same as going low down here. So I have my hands right at where my thigh bones and my pelvis meet. So I'm low with the thumb again down low. Why do I have it there? Because I want to pay attention to gently pushing into my body and then pressing down to lift your rib cage up. Now, if you can't connect to rib cage, here's a way that I like to describe it too. I like to kind of squeeze my elbows back like little chicken wings and feel my shoulder blades. So I can also think of lifting the ribs as thinking of in the back, the shoulder blades slide down. Now, why does that work to lift the ribs up? Because your ribs are floating and we have front and back. So if you take the back ribs and you drop them down at the shoulder blades, it's going to lift the ribs. So that's what you're doing. If you don't connect to that very well, then all I'm really doing is pushing down and I'm lifting my torso weight up. Let me show you what that looks like from the side. So here's if I just do shoulder blades. You can see I got lifted, didn't I? All right, how about if I push down and lift up? It's the same movement, isn't it? I say it this way because a lot of us tend to push down and lean back because we get the stretch, but now my shoulder's behind my hips and that puts way too much pressure on your lower back. Okay, so you don't want to lean back when you do it. You're still going straight up. And you also don't want to think shoulders back. Because if you just think, pull my shoulders back, what will happen is your rib cage will thrust forward. You want to keep the rib cage back, just lifting straight up. I know that's a lot of words to talk about that, but I just thought I'd detail it for you a little bit. All right, so now let's talk about the heel. So here's the way I like to describe it. You can either think flex the foot, which is perfectly fine, but if you want to get a little bit more activation in the feet and the ankles, I like to think heel down, pull the toes up. So you're going to feel more in the shins, and it's going to get you more foot and ankle mobility. That's called a dorsiflexion. So the more you can do that, the more muscles you're going to engage all the way up the leg. Isn't that cool? So just from a new word focus can make a difference. So it's heel down, toe up. Now, I like to take my hands on the first one so I can get connected and rotate not just the foot. I see a lot of people doing this and then they go out like this. It's not that, okay? You're doing that with the hand because you want to rotate the entire thigh bone in the hip. I'm not rotating my hip back. I'm not doing just the foot. It's the whole thigh bone that goes in. So if I put a piece of tape, I should have done that, huh? Right in the middle of my knee. As I do that, my knee is actually going straight ahead. Notice. And you're going to keep it like that. If you look, the side of my foot that's lifted is completely parallel, even as I lift. So that's ideally where you're going to be. Now, how are you going to know? Because after a few of them, you're going to really feel it in this side. If I do this, okay, if I go out like this, but then at the very end I lift, can you see what happens? You're going to lose the activation here. So you're going to know. It's self-correcting. You'll know when you feel it. So one more time, I'm going to take it down. I'm going to rotate all the way in. Now, another thing to keep in mind, standing leg does stay slightly bent. Don't lock it back. That'll hurt your back. You keep it slightly bent. And now as I go out, notice, I'm not lifting that hip. With my hand, I'm holding that hip down so that this stays level. And I'm coming back. Now, you're going to have a little weight shift back to the standing leg because now you have to lift the heel and drop it. Now, when you do, if you start to feel it in your knee, what that just means is you're going over into your big toe ball joint, and the knee will go to the center. That could start to feel nasty in your knees, and you won't get the same results. So when you lift, you might even want to just practice in a mirror. Just lift straight up, and you're going to be on all those ball joints. And I recommend doing the video that came right before this one where we did a lot of work in the feet and we talked about how to do that to stabilize in the ankle. So there is a method to the video, Order Madness. All right, so let's try one more time. Pushing down, lifting the ribs, heel down, toe up, turning the leg, coming out, keeping the hip down. Then you come back, you do a heel lift and down. Out and heel lift. 2 and heel lift. 3 and heel lift. 4 and heel lift. Same leg started. Step, step, step. And now we do a reset. Turn the toe. The whole leg goes in. Did you see that? So it's out and heel lift. 2 and heel lift. 3. Keep pressing down. Heel lift. 4 and heel lift. So you get that rhythm. That's a really good thing for the brain. The brain loves the musical rhythm and it starts to really connect. And then from there you take it back. Same thing. You're pressing up. Now you want to shift the weight a little to the front so you can come back and you want to go straight back. Now notice I'm not at any angle. I'm going straight back so you can work a little in the boot and press up. So you go back, touch, heel lift. 2, heel lift. 3, heel lift. 4, heel lift. Back leg comes forward. Step, 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 reset. Let me just do one more time. Pressing it up. You ready? Shifting your weight forward. Out and heel lift. 2 and heel lift. 3 and heel lift. 4 and heel lift. Back leg comes back up. step, 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 reset, and you go back. So you can do as many repetitions as you want at the time. You will start to feel it, so maybe even just start with 1 or 2 on each side and in the back on each side and see how you feel. Get stronger and work from there. Now, did you also notice it's great for balance? Oh yeah, because you're on that one leg and you're also feeling that weight shift. So this is a fantastic move that you can do. You're gonna love it. Try it, come back, comment, and then watch the next 2 videos so you can do it along with me. All right, check it out for now. Thanks so much. You have a fit and fabulous day, and I'll see you in the next video.